Welcome to part 2 of the Diddy and Cassie, a divine trial. So, with the cross-examination coming to a close, or it's said to be coming to a close now, with Cassie on the stand, with all of the information that's been coming out, it's been a whirlwind, to say the least. And now I want to take a brief look at P. Diddy's chart. Diddy has a Scorpio Sun, Mercury, and Neptune, bridging the Earth realm with his Virgo moon, South Node, and Pluto to Dante's Inferno, the realm of Scorpio. He does so with tact, social charm, and charisma with his planets in Libra, including Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus. Boundaries are being blurred in the realm of secrets, taboos, drugs, obsession, and power dynamics. He embodies Hades himself in the flesh, in a suit. Mars in Capricorn, the ruler of Scorpio, Mars in Capricorn, a suit in professionalism, with status, with promises of power, money, and fame. He hands you the pen to sign on the dotted line. And you can see how that's gone when it comes to other people that has crossed his path. Now, in looking at their synastry chart, we can see a few configurations that speak to their dynamic as revealed in court. Diddy is hypnotized by how Cassie spoke to him. His Mercury conjunct her Pluto in Scorpio, being magnetized, hypnotized, and locked in. Being in the sign of Scorpio, of depth, sex, and transformation, the taboo, talking dirty, as far as what's been revealed through the text messages on the stand. She spoke to the underworld and he was right at home with her. Cassie was a sort of an endless power source that fueled Diddy's mind, his curiosities and appetite. With her desire and willingness to please him at any capacity that she could in order to receive his love, this ultimately became a prison. Diddy's North Node in Pisces is making an exact conjunction to Cassie's Jupiter. Fulfillment of a dream, ultimate love, rose-colored glasses, glitz and glamour. Some key attributes to Pisces. On the other side of that, it's also loss, confusion, delusion, isolation, messiness, out of order, disorderly conduct and outlook. As Cassie stated to herself, at a time when they broke up, she was quoted saying, "I feel so lost without you." Diddy himself quoted saying, "I love you so much, it consumes my life. And I love you so much, it makes me cry." Now, I can imagine that Diddy definitely has or has had an astrologer on payroll with his almost forced rebranding as Brother Love years back, but it's still something that has come across as being a bit forced or disingenuous. And it's not to say that it's not possible that he has totally turned a new leaf and changed his life. It's just that it seems again to be a calculated move on his part. I can see him as being counseled to move towards a more spiritual approach in his life and connecting to God, to connecting to a higher power, or however it may have been conveyed to him in order to align with his North Node in Pisces. But I see him as potentially having taken that in a calculated form, true to his ways, and made it as a business plan and rebranding it as a commodity instead of actually changing his ways in order to save face, to maintain a sense of power when he's meant to relinquish and surrender that control and taking more of a compassionate route. And now we're nearing Diddy's nodal return this year in Pisces. And these court cases are in alignment with determining his fate. His natal north node is at 18 degrees of Pisces, and right now it is around 25 degrees of Pisces. So in a few months, it'll be exact. And Pisces, I stated before, and a few more things, it talks about institution, isolation, loss, jail, surrendering to a higher force, because there is no control in the realm of Pisces. There is no more calculated moves, chess pieces, and strategic connections like how he's been depended upon all these years. All of this is quite literally out the window. He's been stripped down to the mere man that he is, stripped of all the Piscean sheen, illusion, glitz, glamour, jewelry, money, lavishness, dream life. With the collective South Node clearing out in Virgo, okay, peeling those layers back, peeling away all of these material things, and reveals all of the happenings behind the scenes, and is forcing him to surrender by revealing the truth, especially from the hotel video, the brutal hotel video, which revealed the heinous attack on Cassie, and all of the other details being revealed in court through this part of his trial with the cross-examination. It's not a good look. He can no longer pay people off or make things disappear. No longer. That's out of the question. We were able to see most of it coming down in more acute ways the past year and a half when the South Node was moving through Libra and clearing out all of his social connections and social standing, clearing out his Venus, Jupiter, and Uranus. And now it's going to clear out his health and his home as well when it hits his moon. I wonder how that can play out. It could say a few things. Maybe he finds that he has to sell his home, or maybe his homes are seized. This could point to the relationship with his family is it could say that it's essentially done for. That, it could say that they may not want anything to do with him afterward. His children, it could say that there's a compromise in the health of his own mother as well, because the South Node can also weaken an area when it's moving through a person's chart. These are some possibilities. We can only find out when these things actually happen. These are possibilities, not so much predictions. You can just watch and see for yourself. I'm also looking at Cassie's Mars in Capricorn making a conjunction to Diddy's Juno in Capricorn. Juno is an asteroid that talks about commitment, marriage, and commitment. The way, no matter what, throughout everything that's happened, Cassie wanted that commitment. She wanted that position, that status, that title, that status as his girlfriend. I'm sure she wanted more than that as well, possibly as his wife. And this is just going, again, based off of some of the details that were released in the way that they interacted with each other. This doesn't minimize or try to denounce any of the abuse. It just states, or it just corresponds to what the evidence has shown through some quoted messages, is that she wanted to have that status. She wanted to be put up in a certain position. And it remained so. It remained that way. She didn't want to leave his side, not for nothing, especially throughout those years. A couple of other honorable mentions. The freak offs. The way that I'm looking at Diddy's chart with his Mars making a trine to Pluto and both making sextiles to Neptune in Scorpio. It's like the trifecta. There's the structured get-togethers and gatherings, and the regularity. Virgo is also about regularity as well. So we have the regularities with Pluto in Virgo. We have that making a sextile to Neptune in Scorpio, which is the insane parties, the freak-offs, the baby oil. Also making a sextile to Mars. Mars is making the initiation, making it happen, going to the extreme. And it's also at the 29th degree of Capricorn, so going to the extreme and having regularity in these parties. And that is what I have for that for now, for Cassie and Sean Combs. Thank you.